is Frank, as Hillary said, and I'm on the product team at Taskrabbit. And today I'm excited to talk about our new Tasker Analytics dashboard, which is replacing the old Tasker Metrics dashboard in the app. I'll note that this is currently live in the United States and will be available very soon in the UK, Europe, and Canada. Okay, Tasker metrics. We heard from you, and Tasker feedback is an essential element that informs and guides our decisions in product. And we heard a lot that the current metrics could be improved. So we're changing them. We heard that Taskers wanted better data and tools to build their business on Taskrabbit. So we built Tasker Analytics to help you better understand your performance and meet your goals. We also heard that Taskers wanted to know how they're measuring up against other Taskers in their city. And so now Tasker Analytics allows you to see this. Thinking about the journey from metrics to analytics, we saw that the old metrics could be improved. I'm sure more than a few of you have been dinged because you didn't respond to a new invitation while working on another task, or if you had to cancel because you didn't have the right tools for the job. They were sometimes unrealistic, like I mentioned with the response time. They didn't offer Taskers much value and encouraged Taskers to call customer support and dispute metrics. That wasn't a great experience for anyone, and we knew we needed to improve it. With the new analytics dashboard, a cancellation is a cancellation regardless of who caused it. So I'm going to be very clear, there won't be a need to call into customer support to have your metrics changed. What the analytics feature will show you is how you perform compared to the opportunity you receive and how you perform compared to other Taskers in your metro. Ideally, you will have fewer cancellations than others in your metro area, and this will improve your standing. Our new analytics dashboard is intended to bring you more clarity about your business performance, identify ways to improve, and see how you stack up against other Taskers in your city. We'll break down what each of those mean in the following slides. Okay, let's look at the numbers. I will note before we dig in that these numbers are all for the past 30 days and represent all categories. In the future, we do have plans to allow you to view different time periods as well as see each category individually, but for now, it's all categories and for the past 30 days. They also update nightly, so they won't be updated immediately after you complete a task. There are three sections of the Tasker Analytics dashboard. The first of which is opportunity, which you can see highlighted in green on the image. The first number you'll see is average search position over the past 30 days. It gives you a rough idea of where in search results you're appearing in client searches across all categories. Because this is showing all categories, don't be alarmed if the number seems lower than you thought. We do have plans to allow you to filter by category in the future. Your search position is determined by your past business performance, pricing, availability, and reviews, and whether you have elite status, and much, much more. Higher search positions can result in more invitations, so someone who shows up in the number 2 slot in recommendations is expected to receive more invitations than someone in the 30th position. You can improve your search position by accepting and completing the tasks you receive with good reviews. Next, we have search result appearances, and this shows how many times you've appeared in client search results over the past 30 days in all categories. Being seen more may increase the number of invites you'll get. Finally, opportunity percentile shows how much more you were shown than other Taskers. This is a combination of your search result appearances and average search position. For example, let's say 30 Taskers show up in one search result. The person who shows 1,000 times at position number 5 is shown a lot more than the person appearing at the end of the list. As with search result appearances and average search position, the more you're seen above other Taskers, the more likely you are to get invites. This influences the anticipated task count, which we'll talk about in a second. Okay, let's move on to the earnings section. The first number is total earnings, and this displays how much you've made over the past 30 days. I will note that this number may not always match your earnings numbers in the My Business section of the app because of incentives, earnings, timing, and more. However, this does not have a negative impact on your search ranking, and you needn't be alarmed if the two numbers do not match. And as I mentioned earlier, they do update nightly as well. Next, moving on to anticipated earnings. This is the amount we anticipate you could have made over the past 30 days based on your opportunity and performance of others in your city. This is a backwards looking number and is not intended to act as a forecast. This number is not a goal either, though you are welcome to try to meet or exceed it to improve your search ranking. Next, Earnings percentile shows how much you've earned compared to other taskers in your city. This allows you to understand where you stand against other taskers, as well as see how much earning potential you may have on the platform compared to other taskers. So for instance, if you're at the 50th percentile, you know about half of the taskers in your city are earning more than you are. That may be completely fine for you since every tasker has their own goals. But if you're a competitive person, you may want to improve that in the future. If you're already at the top, such as 99th percentile, you're the one to beat. Finally, let's move on to the tasks category. Completed tasks displays how many tasks you've completed in the last 30 days. As with total earnings, this number may not always match your task count in the My Business section because of incentives, timing, and more. However, a mismatch between the two numbers does not have a negative impact on your search ranking, and you needn't be alarmed. Anticipated tasks is the number of tasks we anticipate you could have done over the past 30 days based on your opportunity and performance of others in your city. Some of you may be wondering whether the size of an individual task, let's say one 5-hour task, versus the amount of tasks, such as 5 one-hour tasks, plays a role here, and it doesn't really. So performance against anticipated tasks and anticipated earnings are both important elements in your search ranking. And because larger tasks have the potential to be larger jobs, this will reflect well on your performance, and you need not be concerned about the size of an individual task since that will be accounted for. Again, anticipated tasks count is not a goal, though you are welcome to try to meet or exceed it to improve your search ranking. Now that we've mentioned both anticipated earnings and anticipated tasks, I wanted to spend a few moments explaining how we calculate this number, since it may be a bit confusing. So first, you show up in a search result in a certain position. Next, each search result position has a likelihood of getting an invitation from a client. So someone who is in position 1 is more likely to get an invitation than someone who is in position 100. From that, we know how many invitations you're likely to receive. Based on the acceptance and completion rates of other taskers in your city, we apply that to your task number, and ultimately this is your anticipated task count. Finally, the last number is task percentile, and this shows how many tasks you've done compared to other taskers in your city. This allows you to understand how much potential you may have on the platform compared to other taskers. As with earnings percentile, the higher the number here, the more you're doing compared to other taskers in your city. Again, if you're already at the top, you're the one to beat. Now you may be thinking, sounds great, how do I access them? Well, first, navigate to the My Business tab in the Tasker app. 2, click Analytics. And 3, you can navigate between the 3 categories and view your numbers. Finally, let's talk about how you can improve your numbers. First, check your numbers regularly to see how you're doing. These numbers are only a guide and not a goal, but they offer you the opportunity to get a better handle on your performance and others in your city so that you can plan accordingly. 2, accept and complete the tasks for which you're invited more than other taskers in your city and get good reviews. This will mean that you get better search results, more opportunity, and thus more earning potential. 3, get repeat clients. This will improve your ranking. The anticipated task number is derived from how often you appear in search results. But as you know, repeat clients don't find you in search results. They book you directly or have recurring tasks. This means that you may complete more tasks than your anticipated task count would expect and outperform it and other taskers. This will result in better search result positions, more opportunity, and ultimately more earning potential. 4, keep your availability up to date. Again, that'll just mean you show up in more search results. And 5, set up a coaching call with your Tasker Success Associate. The TSAs are a great resource to have at your disposal. And here at Taskrabbit, we're all invested in making the most from the platform. They're here to help. And that's it.